Once upon a time, in the middle of a large forest, there was a place called the inverted world. Here, everything worked the opposite way. The sun rose while setting, and at night, it turned to morning. Trees extended their roots into the sky, while birds built nests underground. People lived not above the ground, but beneath it. Roads didn't go up, but down. And the strangest thing was that everything was always the same. Time never moved forward. Everything kept repeating in a cycle. The people of the village had accepted this strange world as normal. Nothing seemed strange, and no one expected the world to be any different. However, there was one child named Pupa who felt that something was missing. Pupa was different. While others thought, time is always the same, the world is always inverted. One day, Pupa looked at the sky and thought, "Is this the right place? Why is everything upside down?" One day, Pupa decided to leave the village and see the world up close. Pupa was filled with curiosity and wonder. The villagers warned, "This is an inverted world. Go if you want, but we don't know what might happen if the order is disrupted." But Pupa was determined. Pupa set off and began walking toward a great mountain. As Pupa climbed the mountain, the journey wasn't easy. The trees were supposed to be above, but their roots extended to the sky, and Pupa kept bumping their head on the strange roots. Birds were making nests underground, and when Pupa tried to talk to them, none of them could understand. Still, Pupa continued because something was wrong with the world, and Pupa wanted to find out what it was. After a few days, Pupa discovered a cave. It was close to the top of the mountain, and inside were ancient stones with strange symbols. These symbols explained that the world's time had been lost, and everything had turned upside down when time disappeared. Pupa, as they explored the cave, began to uncover a secret. On one of the stones, it said, "The order is lost, and so is time. If you want to bring back the order, you must find the essence of time." Pupa tried to understand these words, but something was missing. Pupa realized that simply the power of the stones wouldn't change anything. To bring back time, something deeper had to be done. Pupa continued deeper into the cave. As Pupa advanced, they suddenly heard a voice. It echoed through the cave, sounding like a woman's voice. "If you want to bring back time, first you must understand real time," the voice said. Pupa, a little frightened, asked, "What is real time?" The voice answered, "Time always moves forward. But here, in this world, time has stopped because something has been lost inside you. Real time is living each moment fully, without losing anything. If something is lost, time is lost too." Pupa then asked, "What did we lose?" The voice responded, "An instant was lost," and then a deep silence followed. That moment was the one where everything began. When that moment was lost, the world began to turn upside down. Pupa asked, "How can I find that lost moment?" The voice answered, "That moment is hidden somewhere inside you. You must find and bring it back. If you can find that lost moment, the world will return to order." Pupa left the cave and began to follow the right path. On this journey, with every step, Pupa searched for the lost piece of time, wondering if everything was truly upside down, or if it only seemed that way from the outside. One day, deep in the forest, Pupa reached a large lake. The water was crystal clear, reflecting the sky beautifully. As Pupa looked at the reflection in the water, suddenly, the lost moment appeared. That moment was very simple. It was a childhood memory, when Pupa's mother smiled and their father told them stories. This peaceful moment had been lost, and that loss had turned the world upside down. As Pupa remembered this lost moment, the world slowly began to return to normal. The trees extended their roots into the ground, and the birds flew into the sky. Gradually, everything returned to its rightful place. Time had begun again. When Pupa returned to the village, they realized something the others had never understood. Time was not only about the past, but about living in the present moment. When they remembered the lost moment, the world straightened itself out. People now understood the importance of living with time, without losing any of the precious moments. From that day on, Pupa taught everyone in the village to cherish time and remember not to lose moments. The inverted world was set right, but Pupa continued to live with the knowledge that the world could always be different, and that sometimes things had to go upside down for everything to make sense.